Hello guys! Welcome to our fourth session here on Cherry's ESL. Yay! We are so far on our sixth video and our fourth session. So way to go guys! For this session, we would be having 10 Filipinoisms. And if we say Filipinoism, this refers to English words and phrases that are used by Filipinos but not by native speakers of English. If we use these words and phrases amongst ourselves as Filipinos, then we would be able to understand each other very well. But if we go to UK, Australia, US, and other countries that have English as its first language, then there's a big chance that we might be misunderstood. A classic example of Filipinoism is the term CR or comfort room. This is commonly used in the Philippines, but most likely it would not be understood by English native speakers because they do not use the phrase comfort room. For them, CR is restroom or toilet or bathroom or lavatory or powder room or washroom or the loo or water closet or WC and many other terms referring to CR. That is Filipinoism basically. So in this video, let us have 10 Filipinoisms aside from the phrase comfort room. I myself decided on what should be included in this list based on my own observation. So if you have any disagreements or questions, then feel free to comment down below. Okay, so let's start with the phrase summer class. In the Philippines, summer classes are courses offered during the summer months at colleges or universities. Basically, for native English speakers, they would understand what you mean by summer class. So there's not much of an issue here. But for them, what is more common is short-term class or short-term course. It is more common for us in the Philippines to use summer class because short-term courses are offered during the summer. But in other countries, short-term courses are not necessarily offered during the summer, so it's more common for them to say short-term course. So guys, I hope that the next time you hear the phrase short-term, you would not find it weird anymore. Okay. Next Filipinoism is the word course. Here in the Philippines, we usually ask the question, what's your course, to college students? And the answer would be nursing, civil engineering, architecture, respiratory therapy, pharmacy, education, and others, depending on what the college student has enrolled in. For native speakers of English, they would say program, not course. So the question should be, what's your program? Or what program are you enrolled in? Course for native speakers is synonymous to class. So technically, for example, human anatomy and physiology, general chemistry, calculus, English, microbiology, statistics, sociology, microeconomics, and others are called courses and not subjects. In the Philippines, we often refer to them as subjects. So we say minor subjects and major subjects. But technically, it should be minor courses and major courses. This actually leads to our third Filipinoism, which is the word subject. In Philippine colleges, algebra, physics 101, English 102, world history, biostatistics, Filipino 4, and others are often referred to as subjects. But as mentioned earlier, they are courses, not subjects. So you do not ask, how many subjects do you have this semester? You ask, how many courses do you have this semester? So generally in the Philippines, most of the time, one course equals 3 units. So if you have 24 units this semester, most likely you would have 8 courses. That's like 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24. So 8. Okay. Subjects, on the other hand, refers to specific topics that you discuss in each course. For example, under the course English 101, the subjects maybe are the 8 parts of speech, subject-verb agreement, verb tenses, spelling rules, kinds of sentences, sentence structures, the writing process, essay writing, and others. So, do we understand the technical usage of the words short-term, program, course, and subject? Okay, good. Because before we proceed with our fourth Filipinoism, let us have a quiz. Quiz time, guys, while everything is still fresh. And this is a bit of a change since we are having a quiz in the middle of the discussion and not after. So, these are your questions. So, that's your simple quiz. If you want, you can post your answers on the comments section below. Let us continue with our fourth Filipinoism, and that is the word Masteral. In the Philippines, Masteral is taken after finishing a bachelor's program. However, native speakers do not use the term Masteral. they say masters. So after achieving your bachelor's degree, then you may enroll for your master's degree. For example, if you have a Bachelor of Science in Nursing degree, then you may proceed with Master of Science in Nursing. Then have your doctorate degree after. So guys, it's not Masteral, okay? It's Masters. Anyway, here's a trivia, courtesy of Grammarly, on how to properly write master's degree and bachelor's degree. The fifth Filipinoism is the shortened term for air conditioner. In the Philippines, it is very common to hear the term Aircon. But for native speakers of English, the shortened version of air conditioner is AC. So they say, please turn on the AC and not turn on the aircon. This is the same with our sixth Filipinoism, which is ref. We Filipinos say ref in referring to refrigerator, but for native speakers, it's not ref, but fridge. F-R-I-D-G-E. Okay? Our seventh Filipinoism is the word napkin. For English speakers, table napkin is what they say napkin, this one. But for us in the Philippines, napkin is this. For native speakers, this one is called sanitary pad. So that's napkin in the Philippines, but sanitary pad for English native speakers. Clear? Okay. The eighth Filipinoism is traffic. Traffic simply refers to flow of vehicles in a certain route, like this. Traffic in the Philippines means congested road, like this. For English speakers, though, a congested road, like this one, means heavy traffic. So the statement, it's traffic in the Philippines, would be that traffic is heavy amongst native English speakers. Moreover, the statement, it's not traffic, would be that traffic is light, respectively. So is it clear, guys? Yeah? Anyway, if you have any questions or you need further clarification, you know what to do. You just comment below. Okay. Our second to the last Filipinoism is the phrase take out. Here in the Philippines, if we do not want to dine in, then we order the food in the restaurant and say for take out. But for English native speakers, it's more common for them to say take away or to go. So they would say the sentence, can I have one caramel macchiato to go? Or we will have takeaway pizza for dinner. So there you go with the phrases to go or take away. By the way, I'm not saying that takeout is being used by it's not being used by English native speakers. English native speakers also use takeout if they buy food, then eat it somewhere. But it's more of using the phrase takeout together with what kind of food they are taking away. So I often hear native speakers of English say Chinese takeout or Japanese takeout, meaning they would take away Chinese or Japanese food. Okay, now let's go to our 10th Filipinoism, and that would be the word salvage. We have a totally different definition for the word salvage in the Philippines. And even Philippine newspapers use this term according to our own definition of it. We in the Philippines understand salvage as killing. So if someone says salvage him, in the Philippines, that means kill him, which is actually the exact opposite of the real definition of salvage. For English native speakers, and according to English dictionaries, salvage means to save. So technically, the sentence salvage him means save him. Or if you have the sentence, the ancient picture of his ancestors was salvaged using digital technology, the sentence does not mean that the very old picture was killed. Instead, it means that the said picture was saved from total destruction. So guys, refrain from saying salvage victim, because there's no such thing in the English language. However, you can say salvage the victim, because what you mean is save the victim. So there goes our 10 Filipinoisms. There are still more of these where it came from, but I guess that would be for another session again. And before we end this video, let me have a disclaimer first. Guys, I'm not saying that these words and phrases are totally wrong, so we should avoid them. No. Okay? Remember the term world Englishes? If you cannot, or if you have not watched about it yet, I will lift the link of the video. Okay. These Filipinoisms are very common in the Philippines, and we have our own understanding of these words and phrases as Filipinos. So it is still okay to use these words because we share the same comprehension of how they are used. Hence, understanding is not compromised. The main goal of this video is to let you be aware of how we Filipinos use English differently from how native English speakers use their language. This can be very important especially when you plan to go to an English-speaking country, because you would know what appropriate words to use and you would not be too surprised if you hear these words and phrases used entirely in a different way by an English native speaker. So there you go for now, guys. That's our fourth session. I hope you have learned a bit of something new. And again, if you have questions, additional information, or some clarifications about this session, please feel free to comment down below. Okay? Bye for now. Godspeed, everyone.